Hello and welcome to today's United Kingdom talk. Not feeling my best today. I have to say, got a bit of a sniffle and a bit of a kind of not a headache, but my head just feels a bit stuffed up. Do you know what I mean? Because I had a very nice day yesterday, very nice day, and I went to visit my friend Ron. Now he works in a shop called Bread and Honey. And on this road called Whitecross Street, right in the centre of London, in EC1, and I had a little walk up and down there yesterday, just before I went to see him. And you know what? This is a little gem. This street, everything's there. They've got Ron's clothes shop, Bread and Honey, which is like fairly expensive designer, fashionable clothes, right? He walks around in there like he owns the place, to be honest. Oh yes, it's always very... You're gonna have to go in and see him one day, okay? Pop into Bread and Honey in Whitecross Street, and you're gonna have to do this. Go in there and ask for Ronnie, and when he says yes, say Chris from United Kingdom Talk sent me. He was talking about you on his show. He'll go mad. So they've got that shop there. They've got loads of little food shops. They've got a couple of really nice cafes. And yesterday we had, I had chili on a baked potato thing and a salad in this place. They've got a nice pub. It's not a rundown one at all. You know, quite a nice pub. It's got a specialist card shop, which is really nice. And these are all little shops. As far as I remember, there are no chain stores down this little road. Oh, it's wonderful, this road. All little places. There's a few of them, unfortunately, that are empty. And there's a French cake shop called Sweet Sweet as well down this road. And those of you that are watching the show will already have noticed I have had my hair cut. Yes, #1 all over. But where did I have the haircut? There is a Turkish Barber's. And the fact that they're Turkish is neither here nor there. There's a real proper barber's shop down this road. As I say, it's Whitecross Street, EC1. Now, I have had my hair cut there before. So I went in there again yesterday. I said, hello, sir. Sit down, please. What you want? I don't think he speaks very good English, but that doesn't matter. I said, #1 all over, please. Okay, sit down. And I'll tell you what, I have never had such a thorough job done in all my life. And I was not ripped off by the price. It was a real pleasure to sit there in that hairdresser's. Now, I can't remember the name of the hairdresser, but if you walk down that road, you would, if you're in London, you'll understand this. If you're walking down Old Street, Whitecross Street is off Old Street, right? Just before the roundabout. So coming off Old Street, just walk straight down Whitecross Street, and it's on the left, like on a corner. This hairdresser's, right? Not only did he cut my hair with that bzzz thing, I mean, it's the whole attitude, right? So I get in there, I'm sitting down there, please sit down, sir. Thank you very much. I had something put round, what did he do now? Let me think carefully now. He put something round my shoulders, and then he got this bit of paper out of a machine and put that around my neck and folded it over. Then he put something else on, then a towel. Loads of stuff around my neck to stop the hairs coming down. He shaved it all, right? And then he did the cutthroat razor thing around the edge. There was other things he did as well. Oh yes, he got the zzz, you know, the thing again, and done my hair ears and my nose ears and my eyebrows. You never get this done by one of those girls, You know, in the unisex hairdressers, they're quick as you're in and out in 5 minutes, and it's done. This bloke, he must have spent 20, 25 minutes on my haircut. He was in his 50s, probably his own shop, didn't speak English at all, and that's the other thing with him, right? He does his job thoroughly and in silence. You don't get any of that chat. You know how it is when you're in a hairdresser. Oh, are you going away this year? Oh, where are you going? Oh, right, have you booked it yet? Have you been anywhere else? And don't you think, do you sometimes sit in, I bet you sometimes sit in the hairdressers and you're thinking, will you just shut up and get on with the job? Do you ever think that? I'm not being miserable, no. I'm not being miserable at all. But sometimes you think, just shut up. Inane chatter going on. I can't stand people that chat on and on about nothing. I really can't. It gets on my nerves, does it you? Yes. Anyway, so this bloke, he does a thorough job and in complete silence. He's very good with the clippers, you know, doesn't hurt at all or anything like that. And at the end of it, what else did he do? Oh, two other things that I'd never had done before, right? He got, I saw him in the mirror behind me, and he got this hot towel. Similar to the hot towels that you get on an aeroplane, but a proper sized towel, you know, not a tiny little thing like that. A great big towel. And I could see him patting it, obviously waiting for it to cool down. Then he started patting my face, you know, not rough, but sort of gently-ish, and just patting my face with this towel. And then suddenly, he put the hot towel over my head, crossed it over, and it went all over my face. And I'm lying back there, you know, like this. With my head back. I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen to me now? I love it. I love it. So he left that on my face for, I don't know, about a minute. Probably about a minute, something like that. Then he took it off again and started wiping me round. And then he picked up this stick with something on the end, like a ball of stuff on the end, and lit it. And there was a flame, dear. There was a flame coming from this stick. And he started wafting it around my ears, like, and I could hear this flame going backwards and forwards. And my ears were starting to warm up now, dear. They were. Have you had that done, chaps? It did. No, with his flame. And then after he finished that, he started spraying my ears with some sort of smelly water. And then that was it. And what a thorough... I mean, I cannot give him enough marks. What a totally thorough job. Done so well. It's unbelievable. It came to paying, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be ripped off here. And I wasn't ripped off at all. It's £10. £10, that's all he charged. So I've gone into my wallet, well, it's not much, more of a purse than a wallet, I think. Joe, do you remember Joe from AmericanTalkUSA.com? We don't hear from him much now, but he sent me this little wallet, and it's got a big T on the purse, which it doesn't actually stand for Tourette's syndrome, okay? It stands for Tennessee. People that know me in private probably think it stands for Tourette's syndrome, but it doesn't. It stands for Tennessee. So I got my money out of there. I got the £10 out, and I didn't have any change at all, so I gave him another £5, which is I mean, that's a huge tip, 50%. But that's all you know, you can't give them a £5 and say, okay, have you got any change? Oh, you can't, can you? So that was it. And that is now where I will go and have my hair cut, at that hairdresser's whenever I go and visit my mate Ron. You go every 6 weeks or whatever, and that does, doesn't it? I cannot give him enough points, I tell you. Such a good job. I was a little bit worried when he started wafting that flamethrower thing around my ears, but as you can see, my ears have not been burnt, and I've got a very, very nice haircut now. So thank you very much. Very, very pleased about that. Okay, there's an email address to the show. It's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. After I had my hair cut, I went down to that little French cake shop, Sweet, and bought 2 baked cheesecakes, one for me and one for my mate Ron. Went back to his shop, got the keys for his flat, went round his flat, had a little sleep on his settee before he finished work, and then he came over, and then we had fish and chips for dinner, which was very nice. Not part of my calorie-controlled diet, because I'm doing quite well with the weight loss now. I'm now weighing, the last time I weighed myself, I was 13 stone, 4.8, okay? 13 stone, 4 pounds, 0.8. All right, so since I come back off holiday, I've lost nearly 5 pounds. That's in 4 weeks. So that's okay, £1 a week. You don't want to lose it too quickly, because it comes back on. But yesterday, I'm afraid, was a non-diet day. We're going to have a non-diet day now and again. So we had fish and chips, and then we watched a film called District 9. Highly recommended. I'd actually already seen that on the plane coming to and from Australia. Okay, but if you get a chance to see that, District 9. It's about these aliens, right, that get stuck on the Earth in South Africa, and the South Africans don't want them there anymore, and I won't say any more. Blooming good film, that is. All right, District 9. Go and get that one out on DVD. After that, we had the cheesecake. Disappointed with that, really. That was from the sweet shop. It was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't seem to be much taste. It was a bit tasteless, you know, a bit bland. So I didn't really enjoy that. And then came home. And I've got up this morning, and I've got a bit of a thick head, and a sniff as well. So I must have possibly picked something up from, probably from Ron actually last night while he was just sitting there, breathing his germs all over me like that. So very, very nice day. One of the little gems of London that probably most people don't know about. Have a little look down. It's a lovely little road, Whitecross Street. EC1, okay? That won't be on your tourist maps or anything like that. Whitecross Street, EC1. Okay, boys and girls, it's email time. Good morning, Chris. Now, some of these are a little bit old because we're just not getting through these at the moment. Good morning, Chris. I can't remember the last time I enjoyed the podcast so much. Your conversation with those 2 women and your cousin Vince, we're going back here about 4 weeks, I think, was just fantastic. That's the one where we were sitting around a table, wasn't it, on Norfolk Islands. I can't wait for your podcast from the rubbish tip. No, we didn't do one from the rubbish tip in the end. Trouble is, when I go to rubbish tips, I often get confused for a piece of rubbish. It's just the way it is. Seems they get excited over on Norfolk Island about the smallest things. Would be nice to see pictures of their water system too. Well, the water system, there is no water system on the island. Okay, you have to, the rain comes down, it falls off your roof, goes down some piping and into a water tank under the house. That's how it works. I did not realise that the island, Norfolk Island, was so small. It does look very lush. It would be nice to be able to go and pick fruits and vegetables straight off the land, as indeed they do there. I hope your next podcast that you talk about some of the history of the island. How was it discovered? Well, you can find all that online, okay? Just type in Norfolk Island, South Pacific, and you'll find it all there. All right? Thank you, Ian and Sylvia. Now, they too have recently been on holiday, and they sent some pictures, some wonderful pictures. It says, you were asking where I stay on holiday. Here it is, the adult resort near Porta Plata. We go back in March as well, and they've sent in some wonderful pictures. And there's a picture of a bar, which appears to be surrounded by the pool. There's a picture of the room, and the rooms look, they look 4-star to me. And of course, a picture of the beach with the obligatory palm trees. All very nice there, I must say. And I think that's just a picture of just some of the general hotels. So thank you very much for those, Ian. Always appreciate pictures being sent in like that. Millie, motorised Millie, writes in. Hi, Christopher. Or hi, Chris, or should I say Christopher? Oh, dear. She said, that's right, I'm using your full given name. That's because, my love, you are in trouble. She says, you're going to run yourself right into the ground, working 7 nights a week again. I know you're going to say that's you, etc. Maybe so, but I still say you work far too hard, and I always say that, so there. Well, yes, I know. We're not on 7 nights yet, we're on 5.5 nights, okay? 5.5 nights, I mean, because the Friday job I do is only every other Friday. It's not every Friday. Did I tell you where I'm working every other Friday now? A place called West 5. Now, that may ring a bell, those of you that have been with us for a few years, and it should do, because that's where I used to do bingo on a Tuesday night. Right, I'm now going there every other Friday to do some DJing, okay? And the hours are quite good as well, 9 to 2. I mean, that's not bad, is it? Hey? 9 to 2, every other Friday at West 5 in Ealing. She says, you're probably sitting there reading my email and laughing because I'm squawking like a mother hen. Cluck, 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 cluck. You are squawking, dear, squawking. And so I am, but someone's got to look out for you, and it looks like it's going to have to be me. Please promise me you'll take care of yourself, or I'll give you a good swift kick up the bum. Glad you're back in the UK. Missed you loads while you were on the holiday. And that's, what's that? Lots, love to you like jelly tots. Is that an American thing? I don't get that. Thank you, Millie. You right, dear? Do try and get up on time for my radio shows, Millie. Robert's in Iceland. He says, doing a recent password audit at the bank, it was found one customer was using the following password: Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Huey, Louie, Dewey, Donald, Goofy and London. When he was asked why he had such a long password, he replied, I was told my password had to be at least 8 characters long and include 1 capital. Do you get it? Oh, I'm not explaining it to you. We're not sitting here explaining jokes, if you don't mind. And now, a new viewer. Good morning to Jennifer in Hollywood. Oh no, you're not the new one, are you? Sorry. I'm very confused here, dear. Just a minute. Where's my new one? Oh, we'll do the there it is. There's the new one. There's the new one. There's the new one. Oh, I hope I've got time for you, because she sent a picture of her lovely pets. I'm trying to do the emails in the order they came in, all right? As I say, I'm sorry they've been so long coming up. Hello to Jennifer in Hollywood, Florida. Hope you had a wonderful vacation in Australia. Would love to visit there sometime. You must, dear. You'll love it. Are you originally from there or England? I am from London. That's where I'm from, Jennifer. I've been to England back in 1993 for a vacation with a girl I hardly knew. It was the most spur-of-the-moment thing I've ever done in my life. I loved it over there, except for the jerk who called me a fat cow when I wanted to use the payphone to call home. Yes, I was rather large, however, I was pregnant. But typically, I am of average weight. I'm of average weight. We're all of average weight. Those people that listen and watch this programme, all average weight, dear. She says, here's more about me. All them questions you asked me to answer. What job I do, family, pets, what it's like where I live, clubs, activities. That's opening a can of worms, I tell you. You thought Marsha's 4-page comprehensive email was long? You could probably do 15 shows out of my information, so I'll just start off with one of your questions. Well, I hope the other ones are going to be answered, dear. We can't be just doing one question here and there, dear. We need the full information, lovey. Incidentally, boys and girls, I am waiting for a delivery this morning, okay? So I might have to dash downstairs. What job do I do, she says. This is Jennifer. She says, I work with elves. Oh, I can't believe that. Not you as well, dear. I must have the King of Elves relatives over here in America. I work for Keebler and Kellogg. I'm in the distribution centre. We deliver all those wonderful cookies, snacks, crackers and breakfast items to our local supermarkets. My boss literally looks like Lucky from the cereal Lucky Charms. Short red hair, blue eyes, a little pudgy, but all in all, he's an all-right character. Keeps me busy, I tell ya. The assistant distribution centre manager is this really old guy who has the worst irritable bowel syndrome. Oh, terrible. This man will pass wind in his office and then call you in. It's like walking into a wall. The fumes make you gag and choke. Oh, God. Oh, I love this sort of thing. The man hates me. I think it's because I am much prettier than his old, saggy, younger, smell better, and don't have the responsibilities he does, since I am just the lowly operations coordinator. That sounds pretty important to me, my love. Operations coordinator. It sounds good to me. She says, there are many times I have to close the door because he just reeks. I am the only woman out of all the 25 elves who either manage, drive trucks or work in the warehouse. So, therefore, they either see me as their mother, slave or sex object, depending on what kind of top I'm wearing. 95% of my elves speak Spanish. She says, yes, Spanish elves, not every one of them is Irish. Which sometimes makes it a little difficult to talk to them. But I am picking up bits and pieces and surprise them sometimes. Just, we have a listener in Spain, don't we? I often thought about where I'd like to retire to, you know. Spain was on my list, but you hear all these really awful stories of a land grab in Spain where someone built a house and then years later the government come down and say, no, this is illegal, we're taking it back, and they take it back and you've got nothing. Nothing. So, I mean, it completely, I wouldn't buy a place in Spain because of that. You just don't know. As for my many interruptions, every one of them talks to me when they come in needing something or another. The FedEx dude pops in twice a day, phone calls to schedule products coming in and adjusting invoices. You're a busy girl. I have 3 printers in my office which prints out invoices or reports. They don't print all day, but intermittently, and do disrupt my listening pleasures. I also don't chain myself to the desk. I do get up and out of my offices quite a bit, doing regular office responsibilities. That sounds like quite a good job to you. You sound like you enjoy that job. And that's very important, don't you think? It must be awful. I mean, a lot of people do jobs they don't like too much, but it must be awful to do a job that you really hate. Is anyone doing a job that they really hate? I'd like to know about that. Send us in your emails, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Do you do a job that you really don't want to be doing? Let me know about it, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Jennifer says, I have 2 other jobs, but I'll spare you those until the next email so that you can read out other emails from other family members. That's what we are here on United Kingdom Talk. One big happy family. I do have a question or two. Lisa in Bakersfield, California. She wants to know, have you ever worked for the Nestle Ice Cream Company? She says, it's a small world. I might just know you. All right, so Lisa in California, did you work for the Nestle Ice Cream Company? I wonder. Wouldn't that be funny if she did and you actually do know each other and have been brought together through this programme like Blind Date or no, like Surprise, Surprise. Da, 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 da. It's a programme we have in the UK. Or we used to anyway. And Millie in Minnesota, did you recently write an email into a political conservation radio show called the Schnight Show, S-C-H-N-I-T-T, the Schnight Show. I heard him read a comment over the air from a Millie in Minneapolis. No, it's Millie in Minnesota she is. And Marsha, what city does she live in? I wonder if I ever bumped into her. Well, I'll sign off for now. Have a wonderful evening from Jennifer. So there you are. You know, do any of you people know Jennifer, who's in Hollywood? There's some questions. Get back to us, okay? We can read these out. Email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Okie doke. Quick one here from our friend William in Sydney, who says, make sure on your next trip you come back to Sydney. I will come and see you. Or we must meet up. I've been here 3.5 years and still not bored. Love the place, love your videos. People have mixed views of Brisbane. The city that I can't stand is Canberra. Horrible place without a soul. I avoid it like the plague. Pity it has to be the capital. Yeah, it's a strange old place, Canberra, isn't it? It's all right, but I just get the opinion there's not an awful lot there. It's lots of houses and a shopping centre, and that's about it. What else is actually there? I don't know. There's probably lots there that I don't know about. Let's see. I want to do these by date. Okay. Packjim 56 from YouTube, who says, although I'm a Yank that doesn't get out much, I believe you use the term hors d'oeuvres. Whatever it is. Hors d'oeuvres. I don't know what they are. H-O-R-S. I know it's something to do with food, isn't it? He says it's pronounced hors d'oeuvres. I think you're probably right. Hors d'oeuvres. I think you're right. It's like an appetizer, only a lot more expensive, i.e. caviar on a cracker, as opposed to a small cube of cheddar on a toothpick. Served on a plate before dinner time. By the way, the visual qualities of these various YouTube shows have been coming to me in California just fine, as well as any DVD does on my computer and easier to download. So thank you for that, Packjim. Nice of you. He sends a nice lot of little comments he puts on there. Let's see, how are we doing on time? We've only got a couple of minutes left. So Vicky, who is our new viewer in New York. Vicky, if it's okay from you, I've got your email here. That will be on the next show, darling, all right? Because it's a little bit longer than some of these shorter ones here. I hope that's all right with you. Vicky in New York, new listener. Da, 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 da. I'll read it out for you on the next show. Hello again. Oh, another one from Packjim, who wants to know what is niggling. Do you remember I said on a previous show that I had a tooth that was giving me a niggle? Okay, a niggle is a problem that it doesn't hurt and it's nothing major. It's like something annoying. It's more of an annoyance. Okay? You know, doesn't quite feel right. Nothing actually wrong with it, but doesn't actually feel right. And the dentist actually said to leave it. So that's what a niggle is. He says, perhaps I should contract with an interpreter when I watch your show in future. Evidently it's true when they say Americans and the British are people separated by a common language. It's true. One more thing, do you people receive universal dental care as well as universal health care? Hardly seems fair if you do. No, we don't. We don't receive universal dental care. We have to pay for that in some form or another. Okay? Right, boys and girls, that's it for the show today. Thank you, as always, for joining me. Don't forget my email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and join me for the live talk show every Monday at 12 o'clock UK time. Go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, top left-hand corner, click Listen Live. See you on the next show. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.